looking for offense. It's a really structured team over there and work real hard on the back check. So, we don't have too many odd man looks tonight, but we have some in zone time, and we tried to simplify and put a lot of pucks towards the net and get some bodies there, get some traffic, second opportunities, and I guess we maybe didn't find the back of the net, but we liked the recipe there, and drew some penalties for us, and obviously the power play comes through. So just had to stay patient and trust ourselves out there, and like I said, not turn the puck over and force things offensively.
When you have a stretch like you did in the second period where you have the puck so much, you're in the zone so much, you get the power play, you get the goal, but that's the only one you got. Like, how hard is it to kind of fight that? I don't want to say frustration, but they come down and kind of get the equalizer.
Yeah, I mean, it's what it is. That's the way it goes. The goalie was playing really well, and but like I said, we'd rather be playing in the O zone than the D zone like it was last game. So it's a good sign for us that we did have a lot of zone time, and we didn't pass up opportunities to shoot the puck tonight. Talked about it after the second. Our attempts were in the 30s for the period, and it hasn't been that way for us in a while because of the lack of O zone time and the lack of simplifying things offensively. So like I said, we didn't result in goals tonight, but it put us on the power play, and we found a way there. And like I said, just kind of wore them down in their zone a lot in the second.
How nice do you feel to put this kind of a game together for Brian? It's been such a stutter season for him in terms of starts.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, obviously the break there in February, he hadn't seen action in a while, and he's the ultimate pro as far as staying ready, working out, keeping himself dialed in, and no question, it was huge tonight. There was some looks early on there where it was tested really, really, high danger areas, and he played really well tonight. And like this confidence all the way through the game, talking to us back there and going out playing the puck all the way through the game. That's a sign of a guy that's feeling good about himself, and he's going to be counted on here a lot more in this stretch coming up because we got a lot of hockey.
You see a difference in Mikhail when he's found a back in the net now twice in the past 3 games in terms of his confidence?
Well, I mean, I think he's been getting looks the whole year, and he knows he's got a lethal shot. So I'm sure it can be frustrating at times when you're getting those looks and they're not going in. But he's doing the right things to continue to get those opportunities. So like I said, we didn't really force it tonight, looking for offense, and I think us D-men back there got to continue to use our legs, jump, and whether we're leading the rush sometimes and just getting the puck behind their D, that's a good sign for us if we're skating, and he's obviously an elite skater. So it's a great sign that he's found the back of the net here, and I'm sure he's feeling good, and we're going to need him to keep playing well like he is.
We've talked a lot about the stretch of games coming up for you. The road trip starts on Sunday. You ever experienced this type of a lengthy road trip, and is there anything you do to kind of plan, get ready for it on and off the next?
Yeah, I don't know. This might be the longest one that I've ever been a part of, but it's going to be a test for us for sure, and a lot of teams we haven't seen in a while. Even a new city we've never been to, maybe never been to, some of us. So at the end of the day, you got to have a road warrior mentality, and sometimes it's good for us to get on those long trips, and we've had some time away from each other here with that February break, and some exciting games there with the outdoors. So it'll be just kind of us going out on our own and trying to gather points and keep just keep building our game. Like we've talked about here, this break has been good for rest and recovery, but now we've got to get in a rhythm here and start playing consistent, and this is a great opportunity.
And I've asked a few people, guys, explanation. You guys are 1-6 in the front half of back-to-backs, but you're 6-0-1 or 5-0-1. We're 6-0-1 now in the second half of back-to-back. Any rational explanation?
No, I mean, I can't speak for the front half of it, but I know, like I've said many times, we're a competitive group, hates to lose. We hate losing almost more than we like winning at times when that locker room is not on the right side of things after the game. So, like I said, we wasn't the prettiest or fanciest game tonight from us, but it was winning hockey and a step in the right direction as far as that goes. And like I said, we got to get consistent and just stick to managing the puck well and keep moving forward.
Thanks, man.
Questions, Eric?
I'm sure a radio show. Right now, what you're watching is the Sports Web, the evolution of sports talk television on Amped Up Sports, and I love St. Pete. After the Tampa Bay Lightning won 3-1 over the Detroit Red Wings. Stand by.
Brian, from your perspective, what do you see different between your team last night and tonight?
I think a real focus on shooting pucks. I think we got away from it at times last night, and sometimes when we're not, generating the offense that we want, I think we can kind of pass it around and pass up on some shot opportunities. But tonight, I think definitely saw like Hetty take a lot of shots from the top on the power play, and guys just shooting things, and that creates openings. I think we talked about it in the last couple of games. Just even if it's not the best opportunity there, as long as you shoot it and you can get it back and create more opportunities from there. And I think we did a good job of that tonight.
In the second period, I don't think they had a shot for the first 11 minutes. I don't think they had a shot attempt for the first 10 minutes. Just how do you kind of make sure that you're in the game and not getting out of focus?
Yeah, I think it's the little things that you say to yourself, your swing thoughts, and just try to stay loose in between whistles when you can. And sometimes in games like that, it's still intense, and you don't really feel like you've been out, even though they haven't been shooting. So, I definitely didn't feel bored back there. So, I was just trying to stay focused and have fun.
Ryan, how important was it to win tonight? Come back 24 hours after last night, to win tonight before going on a 6-game road trip.
Yeah, I think it's big. For us, I think it's big for the fans. I don't think we, to a man, put out the effort that we wanted to last night, and winning one at home before you go on the road for a while is a good feeling. Leaving for the road trip, so. Sometimes that's all you need to get on, another little run. It's just that good feeling when you come off the ice and getting ready for another big one, Chicago coming up.
Ryan, what happened on Fabry's goal there? Was it just something where there was just a lot of action and it just kind of like came out behind you there? Or
No, I had it, and then kind of just trickled down between my legs, and I could feel it kind of moving towards the back. So I tried to, stop it with my hand and, just ping-ponged out of there.
Were you a little surprised that there wasn't a whistle there, given the time?
I don't know. I mean, it doesn't matter. There wasn't, so you just got to keep playing.
What have you learned about this group with their bounce back ability? Right? Like, you still haven't lost back-to-back games all year. 6-0-1 the second half of back-to-back games. Just that mentality of not losing consecutive.
Yeah, I think it shows the maturity of the group, the confidence, and guys knowing that whatever happens in the last game, it doesn't necessarily carry over to the next one. And I think guys are really good at compartmentalizing things and leaving things in the past after you learn from them. And coming to this group, it shines through, and it's fun to be part of that because every game's fresh, and nobody's too down on themselves in there, so it's good.
John Cooper said last week that he's looking to get you a start for a week for game. It's been such a stuttered situation for you this season. You're looking forward to kind of finding that sort of rhythm, where you're going to get maybe a start a week if not more.
Yeah, they've done a good job of kind of telling me in advance when they're thinking I'm going in, and it lets me prepare, in advance, and it's good. I get to look ahead and get excited about it, and kind of control my practices so that I'm feeling good when I get that opportunity. So, it's it's been good, and it's awesome playing in front of this group. I mean, you see a guy like Sergey at the end there making a huge block on a 2-on-1 and basically save the game. So it's fun playing in front of guys that sacrifice, and I think we saw a lot of sacrifice last night too. We just didn't see it on the offensive side of things. Good.
I have no questions for Ryan. Drawing a blank.
All right, so you going on the trip? Are we back, are we gonna do Zoom? Sure. Okay. Was it not a simple lot of will be there, so.
Yeah, we'll have people do it the rest of the year.
Okay.
Just like kind of make Zooms and whoever's there also, get questions.
Western Canada, so it's gonna be tough for all of them.
Yeah, that's why I want an article on it about if you think we have to stay there for 2 weeks or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll think radio or TV.
What you're watching right now is the Sports Web, the evolution of sports talk television. We're live here on Amped Up Sports, and I love St. Pete. After the Lightning beat the Detroit Red Wings 3-1, we're expecting Coach John Cooper on here in just a little bit. Stand by.
I bought 8 brownies. I literally brought it. Because you bought dinner. I figured you got on the cookie stash. I never did that. I never did that.
Once again, stand by. We're waiting for Coach John Cooper.
Now she's on vacation this week. There was a lot going on. Now it's slowed down. Whatever. No, there's no respect in this room. There's none.
It doesn't matter, it's bad that you, Kate, I didn't get invited to this party. I'm like 5 and a third percent Dominican. Yeah, the red sodas and everything, and I don't care. People always like, what is red sodas? How many loads of the police get us in the Bronx all the time? I even never caught, it's never red sodas. You know?
I remember like a few years ago, you had to pay for your plastic bags. Like there was an additional charge. There wasn't like a ban. Okay. Okay.
When you go to a grocery store, you have to pay for a bag, otherwise, yeah, you bring like a bag usually. Yeah, the shopping cart doesn't really have a bag.
I knew Aldi did
It's
that.
like selling back, or the cart back.
That's what they're all. Makes sense, it's just that it's huge. Right.
I get so angry.
Although I didn't forget the core, that's the thing. I always smile back, looking for the core. Usually we're going to
No, everything's been up.
EPL, so like the center thing, so you're in classic points, you know, just grab the box.
Sorry, Roger. We're on the sports web right now. We're just awaiting John Cooper after the Lightning win 3-1. Great effort tonight. 3 for 4 on the power play. Elliott was big in the net, especially in the third period, with some amazing saves, limiting the Red Wings from some of those scoring opportunities. Now the Lightning head to the road. Stand by.
No, I'm not shooting arrows. Thank you very much. No, Corey, that was a one-time thing. I'm not hunting this weekend. Rachel's hunting and wears camo once.
All right, we're just awaiting John Cooper after the Lightning won 3-1 over the Red Wings. You're on the sports web right now. We're just live, so thanks a lot for being patient. We'll see what Coach Cooper has to say about the big win for your Tampa Bay Lightning here on the Evolution Sports Talk Television. I'm your host, Peter Blake, giving you something to think about.
I waited out Eric and Joe. didn't even show up.
John, back-to-backs always present their challenges, but how nice was it to just kind of set this one off on the right foot right from the get-go and get this one after last night's?
Yeah, it's weird because we haven't done that great on the front ends, but we've really, saved the back-to-back on the back end, which probably isn't the usual. So it was good to turn the page on last night, and I thought we did an admirable job tonight's game. The guys played hard.
When you have an effort like that in the second period, even though you only really get one goal out of it, you feel like that sort of effort kind of works later in the game. It might wear them down to when they need to make a push. They don't have the sort of energy that they might have otherwise.
Well, that's where, you hope your veteran group understands, what we've gone through, the last number of years, and it's a process. That's what the game is. It's you can go from the big process, big picture, to the small one in just a single game. And you have some of the zone time we had in the second period, and then to go to the room and it's 1-1, you think, hey, we should be up, or maybe we should be rewarded a little more. No, that's not the way it works. You keep doing this and hopefully you're rewarded at the end of the game. And that's what happened. And so, a big play, big face-off win by Ross. And then, Sergei puts it home, and it was clearly a big goal, but it started earlier in the game and built us to that point. And these guys stuck with it. It was great.
Coach, how big was the goaltending down the stretch, especially in the third period with Elliott?
Yeah. They have a 2-1 lead. The other team's going to push, and they had that one clear chance, and he somehow got across there. But you're going to need a save. And when we needed it, the Moose gave it to us. And they're 2 points more than we have. He's a big part of it.
Leo sends his regards, by the way. Leo Haggerty.
Oh,
yeah.
He's on his couch.
John, did you have the offensive effort from your defense? I mean, McDonough, Hedman, and Sergev all put up like 5 shots each. What does that kind of say in terms of, was that a message coming in tonight that you wanted to see more from your defense?
There's no question. Last night we didn't have a shot from our D, until sometime in the second period, and you talk about the offense and all those things about our team, but our team is, they're built on D and the guys we have back there, and you've got some of the weapons we have. If they don't have shots, then we're doing something wrong. And when they're involved like they were tonight, I thought they were big on both ends of the ice. They were killing plays in our end and breaking pucks out and getting involved offensively, and Hetty makes the play to pointer on the first one, and Sergei scores the second one. Though that's a big part of our team.
Sergachev, he's done so many great things for you to sacrifice himself. So it must be nice to see him get a couple goals in this homestand, including the difference maker.
Well, it's time coming for him, and I think all players, if their pucks aren't going in for them, they kind of judge their game on that. Sergei has really turned into a premier, two-way defenseman, but in the end, they want to see their name on the score sheet, and I don't blame them. And so when it does happen, you got to point out you're being rewarded for work and things you've done in the past, and he's being rewarded now.
Coach, did it seem like your power play tonight was playing with more urgency?
Well, everything about our game was more urgent than it was last night. And again, don't take this that Pittsburgh laid it to us, and so they had a big part in it too. But we had better in us, and throughout our game tonight. And I thought our power play, even though they scored the first, what they did, the goals, they kept momentum going. They were winning faceoffs. We had zone time, and we just built off it. And but it was, when that PP's got urgency and playing the way, kind of our 5-on-5 game seems to follow.
Is the power play at its best when Hedman is shooting like he was tonight?
Well, it really helps because the puck's on Kuch's stick a lot, but then when now all of a sudden you have to respect other areas of the power play, just besides Kuch, and then it becomes that much more dangerous. And I think that's what you saw tonight.
Good. Thanks.
Thanks, Coach. All right, guys, that's the Sports Web. That's a wrap here. We'll wrap it up as the Lightning win 3-1. Definitely keep on tuning in to Amped Up Sports. I'm your host, Peter Blake, giving you something to think about. Have a great night.